You know who it is. It's your boy, Big Tank Hank. Coming at you again with another live stream. What's good, y'all? What's good? Thank you for coming in and sitting down with us and seeing what we got going on. But tonight we got Hippie John, the Fisherman. We're gonna delve into his life and see what drives him. Well, what's his motivation? What does he have in his fish tanks? We're gonna see what he's got going on. And for everybody that's checking out, oh, check out my George Jefferson haircut. All right. For everybody that's watching this on replay, thank you very much for checking us out. I don't mind if you're not here live, as long as you're here. And I got a podcast, same name, on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, and on Anchor. Check it out. Tell somebody else about it. And I appreciate y'all very much. Right now, we're finna bring up Mr. John. See what's going on. What's happening, man?
Hey, how you doing, man?
I'm chilling. How you feeling, man? How you feeling?
Hey, chilling, man.
Already. Hey, first off, as y'all see on my little ticker scrolling down there, this particular episode is dedicated to my Aunt Alma Johnson. Her funeral was today. God rest her soul. And to my little brother, Caesar Galnaris. He was murdered on last week in his hometown. He had left his hometown to come to the big city of Houston to experience some things bigger than he had been used to in life, and he was doing pretty good. And it looks like there were some people who, hey, they didn't feel like he should have been doing better than them, tried to rob him and took his life. So this episode is dedicated to those two people. God bless them. God rest their souls. Now, let's get started. John, we're going to slide over here to the chat, see who's in the house first, and then we're going to get rolling, sir. We're going to get rolling. Who we got? Bwizzle. What's
Hey,
going on?
Wizzle.
Bunny Viper. How
Love you.
do? Jennifer Weaver, thank you for coming through. DD. Fin. What's happening, ma'am? Thunder Aquatics. Casual Aquatics. Hey, Casual, I'm glad you can make it in here, man, and sit down with us. Geek Boy, what's good, sir? Surf City Sicklets. How do? We got Patty. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for coming through and visiting. Thank you, ma'am. See where else we got? Who else we got? Roderick Moore. That's my cousin, y'all. Say hello to Rod. What's up, Rod? What's up, man? Thank you. Who else we got? Craig Donaker. Craig's Catfish Cave. What's up now? Mystery Snail Guardians. Thank you. Yes, we snailed it. It's on.
Always.
ADHD Aquatics.
Yeah, boy.
Hey, lady. Hey, just for you, every now and then I'm going to be looking off at my tags and I'm going to be picking leaves out and doing all. Hey, representing for those with ADHD. Ian Atkins Nature Aquariums. What's going on? Patrick Hardy. What's going on?
Up, fam.
Jay Wilson. Jay Watts. What's going down? Y'all, thank you for coming in. Patrick Hardy, thank you very much, sir, for that super sticker. All right. Now, it popped again. Who else we got? Okay, we good. Now that we all caught up, sir. Oh, Melvin Reef. What's happening? Melvin Reef. Little brother from another mother. Love you to death, man. Love you to death. Man, what's going on, Hippie John?
Hey, man. Just enjoying life. Enjoying my fish. It's about it. Really.
Scuba Steve in the
all
house
I do
too.
these days.
Scuba Steve. Renee Decour, what's going on, sir? Renee, is that Decour or Dequois? I need you to let me know. All right. Sir, Give us a little low introduction of yourself. Break
All
down
right.
where you started, how you started, who got you started, and what you got going on right now. Crystals, pets, and plants. All right.
All right. Well, I guess well, you guys know my name's John. John Michael actually. I originally was born in Racine, Wisconsin. It's right close to the Illinois border. I moved to Milwaukee, and now I am in Waukesha. So basically in Wisconsin my whole life. Um, as far as fish keeping, uh, I had some goldfish when I was like 8, probably 8. It was actually late 80s or early 90s. I was really into the Ninja Turtles, so I got 5 goldfish, and they were all named the Ninja Turtle names, and the other one was Splinter. Um, they all of all of them died except Splinter. He lived like 3 or 4 years. Um, yeah, that was way before I knew anything about the nitrogen cycle or anything like that. And then I didn't keep fish at all until about 10 months ago. Um, basically, I needed something to distract me from, I guess, some of you guys might know, but um, I'm a recovering addict, so um, I had to find something to keep me going, keep my mind focused on other things. So um, basically, it kind of was an accident, though. I was actually at the hardware store. My girlfriend went into the pet store next to it, and she's like, "I need some money," and I was like, "For what?" And she's like, "I'm gonna get a beta," and I was like, "Well, I think I should study up on it first." And she's like, "Oh, let's just get it." Well, we ended up getting the beta and made the common mistake that they shouldn't do at stores, and we got a little like half-gallon.
Keep going. You good?
Oh,
I'm speaking
okay.
to
I
people.
thought okay, sorry. I thought something happened there.
No,
Okay,
no, no,
so
no.
we got a little half-gallon container basically, and after about a week or two, the he my his name was Freddie, after Freddy Krueger. And he ended up looking real sick, and so that's kind of was the turning point, as I was determined to like not let him die. And um I I studied everything I could. I Googled all kinds of things. That's kind of what brought me to YouTube, and it just kind of took off from there.
Most definitely. Now,
Yeah.
coming into YouTube, what was your pool? What was the pool that you experienced in regards to the fish fam? What was the experience that
What
got you
was the
hooked?
um Well, coincidentally, the funny thing about it was right when they started doing the Fish Fam Christmas thing. So there was a lot of like fun and games going on, and everyone was in the holiday spirits, and it I don't know. To be honest, the first person to ever leave me a comment or say anything back to me was Mary Page. I'm sure a lot of people could probably say that. Um,
Yes.
but I don't know, just the comments he left me, just I don't know, it brought me in and made me feel welcome and gave me the confidence to like start saying hello to people and hoping people would say hello back. When you're new, it sometimes they're kind of like, who's this who's this guy? Check me out. But eventually they see it again and again and again, and you know,
Yeah, it's a
it.
lot of beautiful people, man. It's a lot of beautiful, welcoming people in this
Yeah,
hobby. It is, it is, it is. Let me go up here. Patrick Hardy, Miss Crystal, thank y'all very much. Thank y'all very much for your donations. Beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Rojo, Aqualuna, welcome in. Israel Parks, welcome in. Warrior Planet Tanks is lurking in his kitchen. Thank you, sir, for the visit. Ooh, Freaky Fish Lady, what's happening? Thank you for coming through. Jimmy P's Aquariums, what's happening?
please. Thank you for coming in, Jimmy. Appreciate it.
Yeah, he says to tell you, boop, that he's watching. All right. Let's see, we got who else? More people fell in the door. Thank y'all, though. Thank y'all very much. Thank y'all very much
Appreciate
for
every
coming in.
one of you for real.
Thank you. Yeah, man. Hey, how long have you been in recovery?
Just about a year now.
Okay. Anthony Medina, what's going on? That's very good, man. That's very good. That's very good.
Yep.
Like I say, brother, any day, going the right way is a beautiful one in itself, man.
Yes, sir.
God bless you. God bless you. Yes, y'all. I believe in God, Christ Jesus, my Savior. And I don't hold it against nobody that may not. But one thing we can agree on, the teachings that would be scripture
Hmm.
are kind of common sense, people.
Yes,
You
sir.
feel them. You feel them. So we won't get caught up on semantics. What is the name of the God? And I no, I'm not going. I'm not going to hold you on that one either. So we don't want to get redirected on that. We all feel them. We all know what's right and what's wrong. But guess what? We all make mistakes, and we all get a chance to do it again. Amen. Amen. Amen.
Amen,
Amen.
man. Redemption story, man.
Amen. That's a beautiful thing, and I'm glad. Hey, and people, John and I told you I go on vibes, I go on energy, and it was just always something, in the chats, you pop up out, confer a little bit and talk to each other. Man, it was just always something, that drew me to him and him, and him to me. And you getting a chance to experience it right here. I believe if I bring you up on camera, there's something that other people need to get from you. That's just the feeling that I get. There's something that people need to get from you. That's what I believe in. See what ADHD say? It's all the same energy, Big Tech, Hank. Different mass, different times. Yeah, amen.
Hmm.
Amen. Elizabeth, welcome in. Xanadudu, what's happening? So, man, hey, tell everybody how many tanks you got. And we're going to go from that one to how many you want.
Okay. So at the moment, I have five. Uh, so I actually had seven, but then I realized I could combine some of the fish. I'm kind of on limited space, right now. So I'm just waiting to move into a new place, and then I'm gonna set up a full fish room. Right now I have five tanks on deck. My biggest one I have is 75, and then I got a couple 10 gallons sitting around too. So I'm ready to go. Um, I'm really good at finding people that want to give me tanks that they don't want anymore. So I guess I'm balling on a budget.
Hey, if we can get it in, get it in. I won. I got a 150-gallon tank free one time with all of the accoutrements. And
Yep.
then it was in my garage, and I was like, man, what am I gonna do with this? So I ended up blessing somebody else with it. And then later on, I was like, man, I could have.
Yep.
Ah, but
I
this
will take
that's all right.
any tank put out there. I'm taking it. I don't
Ah,
care what it is.
right, that's all right though. That is all right. Stockpile, stockpile.
Yep.
That's cool.
I would. I'll take even the cheapest of a filter. If someone wants to give it to me, I'll take
I believe in it myself.
it.
So what fish you rocking with right now?
So right now I got a couple male bettas and one female. I had a koi that passed away about a month ago. I was really studying into the whole breeding thing, and I actually had them next to each other, and you could tell they were like both like going wild. Um, so I think they were ready. She had her breeding stripes and everything. But I actually talked to Lemel about this. I don't know if it was columnaris, what it was. None of the other fish got it, so I don't know for sure. But yeah, it was quick and he passed. So yeah, I want to get into the breeding thing with them. Um, I've seen some bettas I wanted to get lately, but I had to resist. And then I got some endlers, some mollies, guppies, and then my one lone Daniel that's left. I just tell everybody I was telling Hank earlier, for whatever reason, I cannot seem to keep Daniels alive. I don't know what it is. Um, they're supposed to be bulletproof, but they just don't work for me. So that's what I'm rocking right now. I'm in the process of getting some Tiger Limia and some more endlers and some cherry shrimp within the next week or two.
Okay, okay, okay. Travis Myers, welcome in. What's going on? Let's see who else I may have missed coming in the door. Coming in the door. Elizabeth, where you been? Is that it? Everybody? Yeah, I think we caught up.
We got a whole gang of people here, man.
Yes, I see. I see everybody coming through. Hey, share this out, y'all. Share this out. Bring them in. Bring them in.
That's
So
right.
what would be two-part question?
Okay.
What's your favorite fish?
Okay.
Individual or type? And what is your mm, holy grail? I hate to say, had to use that term, but that fish that's like, man, if I had the chance, I really would like to get this one.
Mm.
Two parts,
Okay.
two part, two different questions.
So the first
Favorite?
part of yep. So the first part to that, well, I'm all about guppies and endlers. I love the colors. You can't beat a whole tank of just all these colors flashing around. You know, if you got a muck guppy tank, it's just beautiful. Um, really, I think I really love bettas, man. Like that's ultimately I want to get a sorority. Um, I want to start getting into the breeding thing with them. They're just they're so beautiful, and I don't know, like sometimes I feel like they're just looking at me like I'm almost like having a conversation with them, you know, like they know what I'm thinking, and I definitely know what they're thinking. Um, yeah. So I don't know, Holy Grail. That's I guess for me right now, that's a tough question. Um, just being so new to the hobby, I'm still learning a lot. I didn't realize there was so many species of different fish. You know, I'm trying to absorb all these names right now. I I do like as classic like cichlids. I love yellow labs and the manganos. If I had a tank of them, that'd be beautiful. But yeah, otherwise, I guess I can't totally answer that question yet until I get a little more experience and I can have a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and then maybe make my decision then, you know?
Hey, no rush, because they are out there. They are out
Yep.
there. They are out there. It's
Well,
like it seems
especially
like
now
it's
that
a
I'm
never ending flow.
connecting with all you guys, you know, I got the fish connection, you know?
Hey, most definitely, most definitely. And all the people that you know here, you'd be surprised what fish you run across
Yeah,
and
guaranteed.
get blessed with. Most definitely.
Hmm.
Let's see.
Got
All
the
right,
hookup.
the hookup. That's one of the beautiful things, about the fish fam here in the
Yep.
hobby. It's the camaraderie, people actually wanting to share with each other. Hope Mud Jones, what's going on? Welcome in, welcome in. First time me seeing your name. Thank you for visiting. Don't be a stranger. Come on back. You're
Classic.
here. Now, what is it that long term in your fish room? What kind of ideas you got? What direction you think you want to go?
I definitely want to get into the breeding. A lot of you guys know I finally got my first fry a couple days ago. So that feeling of creating like that, creating life is amazing. I felt like a kid in a candy store. I almost like almost getting high off of it in a way. You know what I mean? I don't know. It just brings that circle of life, you know.
Yeah,
So and I don't know to what extent. Like, I don't know if it's necessarily to sell. It's just I want to put more fish in my fish room. You know what I mean?
yeah, most definitely, most
Yeah,
definitely. And one
and it's
thing,
definitely going to be a full on room
gotcha.
or house or two.
One thing about, especially when you're talking about live barrels, man, when you first start getting that experience of fry dropping, and you want to keep all the fry, you know, you'll end up with a whole tank full in no time.
Yep, yep. I know now I got this one little batch. I know it's gonna keep happening now, so I'm pretty excited.
Uh, hey, y'all, Jeffrey Watts over there. Jeffrey Watts he just hit a few milestones in his fish house. I'm gonna say fish house, not fish room. I'm gonna say it like that. He's got um, all kinds of fry going on over there. He's got Turkana fry. He's got uh, two types of killifish fry. He's got gudgeon fry. Hey, he's
I
going
know who to
hard over
go
there, y'all.
to.
Yeah,
I know who to go to when I need something.
he's blowing up over there.
I've seen it. I've seen his videos.
ADHD say, tell her about your ideas about summer tubbing.
Tell me about my ideas about summer tubbing. Um, I definitely want to get some. I would definitely want to get some mini tubs going for sure. Um, I'm not exactly sure what I want to stock with it, but I definitely heard that on the guppy end of things, their colors pop so much more when they got that natural sunlight.
Yep.
I just love to see that flashing around, Uh, I'll put anything and everything in there, but be smart about it. Start out with one tub, and then we'll see where it goes from there.
Right, because it can take off and consume you in a heartbeat.
Well, we got it. I am in Wisconsin, so I got to keep in mind that most likely they're not going to make it through winter. So I gotta have a plan for moving them in for a little bit.
Gotcha, gotcha. Most definitely. I'm trying to make myself do some outdoor tubs. I have like one right here to my left, 50-gallon tote. I have the same tote in my garage. I don't know why I won't make it outside with them because my fish room is like, what is this? Uh 6 foot by 8, maybe. And I'm steady putting stuff in here. I have this little, you see how close this is to me back here?
Yeah.
And this side here, no, that side is as close. This side is just as close as that side. Put it that way. And then in front of me, there may be 3 feet in front of me, but I'm still trying to put other stuff in here.
Well, you say 6 by 8. That sounds about the size of a jail cell, man.
Hey, it's saying that, yeah, it's about the same size, man. It's literally about the same size. Ooh, for real. If I put it on Texas, that's what it feels like sitting in here.
That's the one thing I've found out. I've as I look around, I'm like, oh, I can put one there. You know, I just got to move a couple things, and I could fit a 5 gallon there. You know, just finding any spot I can put one in.
Lefty, what's going on?
Lefty.
Renee says it's so easy to breed better.
and
And gouramis outside. Yeah, I need to see that right there, man. I want to put me some paradise. I need to give me some more paradise gouramis.
yeah, you know that she mentions that. I didn't even think about gourami. There are some beautiful gouramis. Some
Oh,
sparkling gouramis.
Renee is a he.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, a he. Yeah, he's in the fish fam on the outer edge of the fish fam.
Okay.
He's in Houston. He's here in Houston also.
Okay. Well,
Probably
nice to meet you.
yeah, he's probably checking in on. Oh no, he's on his YouTube. He's normally on Facebook, and he's a very knowledgeable fish
Okay.
keeper. He's got a lot of nice things going on over there. Xanadu, what's going on? A lot of nice things. I'm trying to get him on. I'm gonna get him on soon.
Xanadu?
No, Renee.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But speaking of Xanadu, I need to be trying to talk to you too, Xanadu. Glad you showed up.
Show your
No
face,
problem,
Xanadu.
Renee. All right. Show your face. All right. So what
There's
are
a
you?
few people. There's a few people out here in chat that need to show their face, man.
What do you think about what will happen? Just your own feeling with these new laws and whatnot they're trying to enforce. Have you looked into it a little bit? You know, on like what you think the effects would be on you in your hobby.
You know, I guess I haven't you know, my thing is it's all for me that's almost like I feel like this is politics driven, and I try to stay away from politics. So I haven't really read up on it myself. I just been in, obviously, when this first happened, there's every chat had discussion about it. So there's been a lot of different interpretations of it, I think. In my opinion, I mean, I'm just gonna kind of roll with the punches. I don't think it's gonna like shut the hobby down. I just don't think that's gonna happen. However, if I have to hide in my closet with my fish and just breed my own stuff, and that's gonna be what it is. Or if I have to meet somebody on the corner and I don't know, you know, but I'm not gonna let it affect me. Let's put it that way. I'm still gonna have fish.
Ah, yeah, yeah.
Anyway, you look at it, I'm gonna have fish.
The way I looked at it, I was, there's a lot of undue panicking, I feel. I mean, I can't judge how
Right.
everybody else feels about it, but there's going to always be people raised the same way you have at home, farm raised, like locally.
Yep.
We will learn about more of the people who are raising fish locally. And then that's where you get your fish from, because I mean,
Right.
just about every fish that we can keep right now, there's somebody close to you that's raising these same fish.
Right. And in all honesty, they probably have stronger lines and everything. A lot of the fish that we're getting, especially from a big box store, coming off the farms, they're weak. That's why they die so easy.
Yep.
So it might it might actually strengthen it in a way that you're going to pretty much get quality fish. It might
Most
cost a
definitely.
little more, but you get quality.
Mr. Snellguard, it's not dime bags anymore, it's fish bags on the corner.
These bags, I got these bags, man.
Fish dealer. Ah, secret
Mhm.
street meeting. I'll meet you by the mailbox.
Yes, sir.
Underground fish purchasing.
Hmm.
But yeah, I have a pretty good relationship with a couple of individuals who provide fish to a lot of the places where we get fish. Like, hey, I'm going to this store, I'm going to that store, to
Yeah.
buy this particular fish or that particular fish, and they're actually coming out of these people's garages and dens.
Right.
But
Right.
we never know it. We never know it. We thinking it's being shipped in from somewhere. No,
Right.
they're right around the corner and up the street from you. You can truly, because I got to where I didn't had a lot of not parking lot, driveway. Pull up to the driveway. Hey, I'm here. I don't. That's how I do it now. I'm here. What you got for me, bro?
Yep.
Guppy Pinty.
That's too funny, man.
Play
Yeah,
goes by the
I
brick.
always know for sure. There's one smaller store here. But they're very like it's small. Like they just got like 5 or 6 tanks. But you can definitely tell the difference between like I know that they're getting their fish from somebody it's not farm raised stuff.
Yeah,
It's way more
yeah.
quality. It costs a little more, but you can definitely tell. That's where I get the endlers from.
Gotcha.
Uh, the the big box stores here don't even really have endlers. They won't handle them. I don't know why.
And it's crazy. You have a few different types of fish that you could call them niche. Endlers are still somewhat that. Your fancy guppy is a more of a broad,
Right.
um, type of fish, whereas your endler is a little subcategory, which is supposed to be the
Right.
beginning of the fancy guppies that we have today. Kinda, but you got your little subsection over here of your endlers. I think a lot of stores are afraid to try them because they don't have the big boisterous colors
The
and
tails,
and
yeah, the
and
big
wild
tails.
fins, but
Yeah.
they're still beautiful little fish, and you're gonna get a lot
Absolutely.
of them. And now, especially with the nano fish being as popular now as it is,
Yeah. Yeah.
they need to go ahead and pull the trigger on it, because I think they'll be able, to sell them and be quite successful with them. I know the place where I was getting my endlers, 360 Aquatics, Houston, Texas, Bridmore Road. Oh yeah, small commercial, small commercial. But I would breed endlers, and he would buy endlers back from me. So, and I would go in and I kind of start breeding mine for real, because I would know he would get some in on shipment. I'd go and they'd be gone. So people are buying them. I mean, they're buying them.
Mhm.
They put them in your store. People are buying them. So I started breeding my own myself at one point. I want to give me some more now. I don't have any now, but I want to give me some more now.
You definitely should.
Hey, Jeffy Watts,
I know
that boy's
Bunny's
not
got some
allowed on here.
beautiful antlers.
Bunny Viper.
Neon greens.
Amen,
Yeah,
Rojo. Amen.
for sure. Definitely support your local, man.
And it's you don't want your that's where I get caught in the middle. We don't want our LFSs to close, but the hobby would get so much more personal, so much more closer than it actually is when we start doing. Hey, that'll drive other people to raise more fish, to be able to sell and to be able to, move around within the hobby. And the hobby could get so much more affordable because we would all have the same understanding and we will make it more affordable for each other and still be able to do just what we're doing now.
So to put it best with that is Corey from the co-op said one time I was listening to stream, he said, get your fish from the local. And yeah, because people, it's about saving a little bit of money. But he broke it down. They're like certain things, like a tank, the dollar per gallon. Sure, go get your tanks from it's all the same. You can only mark something up so much. Go get your tank or whatever from the big box store and save your money there, but support the local by getting the fish and whatnot.
Yeah, most definitely, most definitely. Cause
It's
I've found those are my better experiences, man. I can say I probably have never really just lost fish that I bought from people.
mm-hmm.
Like they come in, boop, put them in your tank, and they're here,
Yep.
and they're rolling. I've lost more fish that I've bought up the street at the store than I have from somebody.
Yep. They're just like we were talking about, their lines are just the inbreeding and everything else. It's just they're weak. They can't handle the change.
And being used to your local water, if
Yeah.
you import, let's say your guppies, your fancy guppies, man, you import them. If they're coming from Indonesia, places like that, Vietnam, and they're living in brackish water, raised in brackish water.
Yeah.
And then they get them here, and then they do somewhat of an acclimation, not really, somewhat of an acclimation when they hit our stores. I mean, and then you get them, and they just can't survive.
Yeah.
Hope. You have to hope that you get some females that are pregnant, and they drop some fry in your
Yeah.
water
Yep.
because the fry will live in your water and the
Right.
parents end up melting away. If you get some fry, you good. You moving forward. But the ones you just spent the money on, no.
Yep.
Fishbrella Corporation, welcome in. What's that? Keon Norris. Is that a spammer?
You gotta have at least one in the stream, right?
Yeah, at least one, but I'm gonna time him out. Oh, why I waste my drink on me over here? Oh, y'all pardon me right quick. That's cold. Oh,
I bet.
All right, all right. Oh, here we go. Let's see what we got. All right. Now, ooh, we get back situated. Oh, all right, all right. And with that being said, with the stronger lines, stronger genetics, used to your water. Yeah, better better cold than hot. Yeah, you right with that, Watts.
Yeah.
yeah, you right about that because the stream would have been over.
And you can't sue McDonald's anymore because they put the disclaimer on it.
Oh man, and the little piece of cardboard that does nothing, but it's there. It is there. But yeah, man, it's much easier, especially with your live barrels, man. Get you a one of those uh fill my fish tank, um all of those places like that where you know you can sell guppies and things of that nature. And I say guppies because being live barrels and how you can replenish.
Yes.
I mean, man, it'd be wide open. Because if this thing goes through, you know, people say, oh, it won't, it won't, it won't. A lot of the bills such as that, they like to attach them to things that we find or most of the nation find to be important. If they attach them to something like that and the people vote for it, I mean, that's on purpose. That's so it can pass. You know what I'm saying? But it's no need to panic. We can still do what we're doing. And yes, as much as I hate it, you're gonna have fish, you know, bagged up in somebody's trunk, you know, going across the border from Louisiana to Texas. I mean, it's gonna happen. It's gonna
If you're
happen.
gonna
Period.
force it to happen, it's gonna happen, you know?
Yeah, it's gonna happen. Now, being in Texas, the beautiful part about that is the size of Texas, the difference in climate from one side to the other. Almost any kind of fish that's out there, you can raise it in Texas. You just have to be in the right part of Texas. So we can get everything if you want to right here in Texas because you could do it. You could raise them here. And Florida, oh my God, you know, man, road
Yeah.
trip.
Yes, sir. You had a backup drink there, hey?
Yeah. ADHD Aquatic says, Big Tank, hey,
Yes.
I work for the government and I've learned not to get upset about what they say will happen until it happens. It usually changes beforehand at least 3 to 4 times. No point being upset. No, I
See,
feel you.
me and Lemon, we're on the same page. That's
You
exactly
know,
it.
I
I
feel you
no
on that.
panic, man.
I feel you. That's why I bring it up like I do. I've said, you know, and sat in on chats and watch people talk about it, make videos about it, and I'm really not moved by a lot. Jeffrey Watts there and Warrior Planet Tanks, they know me personally. They can tell you, I'm not moved. You can't really move me off my center with too much. Like, you know,
Right.
I'm not tripping. I have enough very serious things in life that I could trip
Exactly.
over, and I really don't trip
Mm.
over them. So, yeah, but it's because I see people get so passionate and so moved. I like to, reach into their head a little bit and see where they are on it. And if I ask you and you're super frazzled by it, then I know it's time for me to have a real talk with you and just
Yep.
show you some reasons why, hey, you're overreacting. It's okay. It is okay. It is okay. This is not going anyway. If I have to have a house full of Blackmore goldfish, so be
Hmm.
it. I don't have any goldfish right now, but if I have to resort to just having a Blackmore goldfish, I'm gonna do that. Ricky de Hoyos, what's going on?
Ricky. Look, I've been through way too many things in my life. I've probably lived about 5 people's lives with the life that I've lived, and I learned to take it one day at a time. Now sweat the small stuff. You know, like you said, there's too many real big things going on that's in front of you today or tomorrow, not something that possibly could happen in a year.
Yep, most definitely,
A little bit
most
less than
definitely.
a year, but yeah.
And every day you get awakened by something. Like I'm gonna tell you a little bit of a backstory on my buddy who was murdered because that's what happened to him. Thank you very much, Ricky. Thank you very much. No, man, I hadn't touched a trail ride or anything like that in a long time, and I see him though. I think about it, but with my buddy, young guy from El Paso, Texas, came to Houston. Um, came from a town where there wasn't much going on. People never
Mhm.
left the town. It's like you only have a few things that they can do in that town, and it's just a revolving circle. Circle of families. Nobody leaves. He left. He took a chance,
Yep.
and he was making a pretty good life for himself. I mean, he was enjoying himself. I'm just saying what I think. I'm gonna get heavy, y'all, but I'm not gonna stay here long. It was like he was showing how much he was enjoying himself with life being better. And it seems to me like just only because of the way he talked about how the town was, it's like somebody was watching his Facebook and stuff of that nature and thought he had something. Oh, he
Yeah.
keeps coming. I mean, he couldn't stay. His family was there. That's understood. He couldn't stay away from his little town. Man, I can't wait to go back home. I'm going back. We're gonna kick it. We go. And somebody tried to rob him. I mean, and he was a feisty fella. He used to box and do all kinds of fighting. Back in his younger days, ergo, while he actually was working at the juvenile facility trying to help these kids, change the way that they're doing things. And somebody decided they wanted to take what he had. And I bet he was like, no, you're not getting it. And they took
Right.
his life. They took his life. And that's one of those things that me knowing him as long as I did, it's just not something that you can fathom, you know. So you can wake up to anything every day that's real serious. That's real that's real serious.
I there were I put myself in several situations where I probably could have been killed several times. So I definitely understand, and yeah, that's why I say I don't sweat the small stuff, man.
Most definitely, most definitely. All right, y'all. Let me get back off of that. No more. Don't want to be heavy.
Yep, yep. Lift it
Sunfish
up.
Assassin. What's going on? What's going on? Yeah, man. What are you watching on YouTube these days?
Man, it's all fish, but I mean, I'd pretty much jump on most live streams when I got pretty much everyone on notification. So, I mean, if I see it pop up and I'm not busy, I'm on it. Shout out to Lemel. I mean, she's killing it, man. I love watching her videos. Um, Stephen P, Lefty, all the regulars,
Yep,
Rico.
yep.
Some,
Congratulations, Limo. Congratulations.
yes, again. Um, some streams are just for fun. We go in, talk, say inappropriate things. And then other ones I'm learning, you know, just depends on what kind of mood I'm in that day and if I really need to know something or you know what I mean?
Yep, that's cool. That's cool.
Yes, sir. And
Most
obviously I
definitely.
watch you.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
I'm not the big video guy, but I want everybody to see my live stream. Y'all come and check us out. I'm always have somebody on here that I think if you didn't know them, you'll be glad when you find out that they exist. Miss Susan, welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for coming through.
I wish I could see chat. I'm always used to just looking and typing, but when I'm on my
Oh
phone
yeah,
like that,
that is right. When you're on, because yeah, it happens to me when I'm on somebody's stream and it's like, hey, I can't see chat. Tell them what they're saying. That's
yep,
why I've developed a habit of I'll highlight, like certain stuff because
yeah,
every now and then, with my ADHD, it's like a superpower. So I could actually be talking to you and see chat over there, and sometimes still know what's going on chat while I'm having the interview. I need to
Yeah,
fight that urge,
that's
but
another step for me. I gotta get a laptop or iPad, something, so I can stream. Because I've been saying this to a lot of people. Once I hit 100 subs, I'm gonna start my own live stream. Well,
okay.
today, as of today, I hit 100. So I guess I gotta keep to my word and my promise.
Congratulations. Hey, everybody. I forgot about that. He did tell me. If you are not subbed to this man, go and hit that button. Check him out. He hit 100 subs today. Let's see where we can get him. Let's see if we can bolster him up a little bit. I remember those days, not like I have a whole bunch of subs now, but I remember those days where I actually just fell onto somebody's live stream and they spoke on it, bow, and I got me a few more subs. But congratulations, man. Congratulations. Because it is a little
Yeah,
work
it's a good
to get
feeling.
them numbers up.
It's funny because when I started, I was like, yeah, maybe I'll get 50 subs, Bob, chatting it up, and then all of a sudden started getting up there. I'm like, you know what? I want to get to 100. And now it's like, you just want to keep going with it.
Right? For real, most definitely. Most definitely. Yeah, Lemon, like I'm doing right here, I'm scrolling right here, or I'll be talking and then I'm looking over in the tag. Sometimes off camera, y'all don't know it. I'll have my tongs in my hand, pulling out some leaves that fell off of something. So I always have to
it's
give a disclaimer. I'm not being rude. My focus is just always
I
everywhere at the same time.
I have to admit, I get to a point when I'm up, because I go up on other people's panels sometimes. I lose my focus. Like I can only stay so long and just concentrating on that one thing. Right now. I'm even having a hard time. Like, okay, I want to look the other way, but I don't want to look like I'm distracted or anything.
Hey, I've been this person my whole life, so I've kind of got it down to a science a little bit to be all over the place like that, and still pretty much be able to stay on task. So no, it's cool, man. Hey, be you. Can't nobody else be you better than
Oh
you.
yeah, I got a good story for that, man. I went to a Catholic school, grade school, and this was '80s, late '80s, so teachers could still get away with a lot of stuff, and I couldn't stop talking and going to the bathroom, sharpening my pencil, all that, because I wasn't diagnosed with it yet. And they duct taped my leg to the desk, a little bar on the side. One day they duct taped me so I couldn't get up because I wouldn't stop
Ooh,
moving.
no.
Yeah, I could have been an AB student, but
Can
I just couldn't. I don't know. I was too social.
what they did to me, I stayed at least 2 hours every day after school because I would get paddlings. They would make me write sentences.
Me
My
too.
my sentences would get so bad that everybody in my house would be writing sentences over the weekend just for me to be able to get them all done to turn them in. So my mom was like, I tell you what, just keep him there. So I stay. It was me and another buddy of mine. We'd stay to try to finish the day's work. I mean, that was my life. Now, by the time I hit junior high, I was a little bit better at compartmentalizing. Cause see, I was a diagnosed till I was in my 30s, and I diagnosed myself listening to
I was
AM
in my
listening to
20s.
AM radio. Yeah, I was listening to AM radio, and I'm like, hey, that sounds like me. Oh my God, that is me. So I was
Yep.
never medicated, so I figured out how to navigate through this, with it. Like my bill paying job, my ADHD is like a superpower. I've had people call me one of the X-Men, and I was Black Confucius. I've been called some of everything because they're like, man, how is he talking? Like my daughter just gave me a refill. How is he having a conversation over there? Hearing this conversation over here, because I would stop this conversation, interject into that conversation, and still see something that's going on over there, all at the same time.
So I guess that like brings me to a point like we were discussing earlier. I guess I want to just make people aware of like, mental illness and substance abuse and whatnot. And kind of associate that with fish keeping too. On the ADHD end of it, it keeps me multitasking. I'm always in tanks, and on the substance abuse end of it, it gives me something to focus on, like we were talking about earlier. But I just want to make people aware of like the fact that there are people out there that are there to help, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to give back for all the help I got with that.
Yeah, most definitely, most definitely. And that's what we have to do. We have to cliche, each one teach one, each one reach one. All of those things we have to actually do in real life. It's very important for the next person. Very important. Hold each other up. That's what we have to do. Limo, I'm going to have to go into my laptop, my decrepit dinosaur laptop that I can't run it and the phone at the same time. And I'm gonna have to go ahead and make you a mod on there because it won't let me do it on here. But yes, ma'am, I would like to do that
She
for
needs
you.
that wrench.
Yeah, I can't do it on this phone. I need to. I got rid of my iPad and my wife's iPad. She wasn't here, so I didn't get hers. But yeah, we're gonna have to hook that up for you. Get you a tool chest.
She's got a lot of tools in the chest already, man.
Right? Hey, I watched your unboxing video today. Oh, there's nothing worse than opening a box. And Rob's aquarium room, what's going on? Open a box and there's some losses. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Oh.
I'm hoping that doesn't happen, but with the fish that I'm gonna have coming here in next week or two here, trying to plan it out with the weather. We got that ice storm. We're still not out of winter yet, so I definitely want live fish.
Yeah, most definitely. Said she was screaming. I know. I know that's right. I saw
I
you
can only I can picture it in my head right now.
I saw you gushing the water in. I'm like, I think it's too late. I think it's too late. But that's okay. I had um ordered some least killifish. I think I ordered like 16. Got the fish in. There may have been two fry live. I took my photos, and reported it immediately to the seller. And they're like, well, hey, what do you want to do? You want your money back? I was like, I actually really want these fish. I said, so just send me what did I say? 20, 25. I said if you can send me this many, I won't worry about the cash back. Now, good I asked for that many because when I got them,
Oh
the
no.
amount the amount over that I asked for were dead, and the original amount that I paid for was still alive. So I still ended up getting. If I had said just send me the same amount again, who knows what would happen? But the extras I technically never got, but I ended up getting all the ones I paid for.
Yeah, I remember that she wrote it, I think it was on Facebook. She said 18 out of 25 or something. I said that's not a very good ratio.
No, no, not a very good picture. Not at all. Not at all.
Not supposed to lose 7 of them, that's for sure.
Oh, the feeling. I went a long time. I went a long time before I would pull the trigger on ordering fish. I went a long time. I just wouldn't do it. And after that, why did I just get water splashed on me? Oh, there I go again, y'all. My fault. I don't have big enough fish to splash water, so I don't know what just happened. But you know, that's not a good thing when you don't have, monster fish and you got water splashing. Yeah, that's not a good. Now I'm like, hope that's not a leak.
I hope
Okay.
not.
Like, yeah, right. Yeah, I don't see anything, y'all. I'm trying to bring myself back, y'all. I'm trying to bring myself back. Okay. All right, I'm back now. I'm back.
There you go.
Woo-hoo.
Focus.
Yeah, that threw me right there. Yeah, she said, "Do I have archers?" No, I don't have archers. They're nice though, but no, I don't have any.
You're hiding that
Possibly a rogue.
arowana in there somewhere.
Yeah, right. She said rogue filter bubble. Now, thank you, Limo. Okay, Coach, right here. I have a tank that I experienced my first algae bloom ever in 40
Ever?
years. Ever in 40 years of keeping fish. So I stuck a little hang on the back on right here with some filter flow, and I did a water change. I stuck my little filter on this right here. It's like right there. So that could be where it came from. Thank you very much. I'm back. You know what I'm
You figured it out.
saying?
We'll just go with that for now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna say I figured it out, but if I blame it on that, I'll be able to come back here. Ah, what do you say, Watts? They spitting at me, telling me to turn the lights off. Good night,
Yep.
Susan. Thank you for coming.
Good night.
Listen, when I was a kid, my dad bought me pencils that said "focus on them" and told me focus. Emily, focus. School is the most important. Focus. He also told me always dry my feet, and those are the most memorable.
I think they did make pencils that you could personalize back then, man.
Yeah, you can get a little bit of everything, your name and all kinds of stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, Rojo, when I say first, and I mean, that may not have been algae bloom. That may have just been my sand stirred up. I don't know, but I have never, ever, 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 ever
That blows my mind.
experienced the algae bloom. And I would have those conversations on here, especially when I would tell people I don't test water. I just I have gotten to the point where my ability to observe has gotten, good enough. I mean, I do uh fish in cycles
Mm-hmm.
that technically aren't even really cycles because I've already cycled the tank, beforehand. But
Right.
yeah, I've just never really had an algae bloom like that. Like not in my
Well,
fish room. I've had the green water outside in a tub, but I've never had the fish room algae bloom.
on that note of you not testing and all that, I've found now that I've got more comfortable, first couple of months always are rough, I've found that I had to stop Googling things so much and just go with my instinct on certain things because it was actually creating more problems trying to figure out something and getting 20 different answers than to just go with, you know what? I think that this is what it needs to be done. Or I can tell that they're doing fine. You know,
Yep.
so I've gotten to that point now where I'm trusting my instinct a lot more with it. When you first start, it's rough,
Yeah, you have to get to where you can trust,
frustrating,
but you can't trust yourself until you've gotten to where you understand
and that's what
some
it is. And I
basic
studied,
some basic
I
rules.
yeah, and obviously, like when it comes to like the disease ends of things, like that's hard. I think that's hard for any fish keeper because so many things are all kind of the same symptoms,
Yep.
unless
Yep.
it's ick, when it's ick, but you know, otherwise, water quality and in knowing, like you said, the basics. It's once you get to that point, things become easier, and you just know.
Yep.
It's simple.
Lemon, filter, floss, quilt, quilt stuffing, pillow
Oh
stuffing.
yeah, I
They
use
can,
polyfill. I use
yeah,
polyfill.
that's what it is. Polyfill.
Yeah.
Something simple as if you have a little pump, because I usually get like a water bottle, put a hole in the top, and drill holes in the bottom of the water bottle, stuff it full of polyfill, and put that little filter in the end of
Yep.
it,
Flows
where
right on.
it blows the water through. That'll clear up any. And here's the thing with the substrate. I don't know if you put substrate in, and as a matter of fact, well, no, God, I want to show it to you, but it's down here behind me, and I told you how narrow this room was. So it'll be a lot of work for me to pull this out and show it to you guys back there. But I have
You
a
talking about the polyfill?
no, I have a big, it's got to be a gallon water jug. I have a 55-gallon tank down here, 50-gallon. Did I pour some sand in over the gravel substrate that I have? Got me a filter, sponge filter going in it. And when I pour the sand in, it's play sand, so it's coarse to an extent, but you still have your cloud. Well, I made a giant 1-gallon bottle, stuffed it full of polyfill, and put the pump that I use to change water. I put it on the end of it and let it run overnight, and it's crystal clear down there now. Just run you a simple little old filter floss,
Yep.
polyfill little thing. Just run it, and you'll clear it up. You will.
That's what I use for. I don't for my drip wood. I like all that tannin. So the color. So, but I don't like dark. But I don't boil it ahead of time. I put it in. I let the fish eat all that biofilm off of it. Um and oh, where was I going with that? Oh no, so it gets really dark, and so I put in a internal filter, stuff it with floss until it clears to the color I want it.
And he usually does it pretty quickly, man. That's one of those things that I found out. Yeah, it looks pretty good now, but yeah, I found out early in the game, and I remember I said I'm the king of DIY. Don't y'all tell Joy I
Oh,
said
I'm right behind you.
that. Hey, I'm older than him, so I've been doing it longer than him. But I DIY everything. Ask Mr. Watts over there. So things of that nature, I'm gonna always go back to. Yeah, like he just put just a hang on the back with filter floss, 24 hours, boom, it's clear. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Limo. You don't have to explain nothing to the fish hobby police. If you have tanks that you have set up for individual fish strains, what is the purpose for quarantining if they're gonna live in there by themselves the rest of their life and they done hit your house at the same time? There's no purpose for it. They're at home. It is what it is. Don't focus on
There's
that energy. Let them sit over there, and do what they do. It is okay. Because it makes sense. Those of us, with good sense know that it makes sense. Don't stress yourself.
absolutely.
Don't
That's right.
stress yourself.
Don't try to fix their problems.
Yeah, no, it is okay. Trust me. I
Absolutely.
I don't think man, have I ever quarantined anything? Once in my life, I didn't quarantine, but I didn't at that point. I didn't even know anything about quarantine, and I had an Oscar. This Oscar was about 10 inches.
Yeah.
He was he was 10 inches in a 29-gallon tank. Y'all see where this story is going? Yeah, he was 10 inches in a 29-gallon tank, chilling, living what I thought was his best life, but that was my buddy. He didn't complain to me, so I didn't know the difference. I was feeding him goldfish from the LFS, feeders and all of that. Everything you don't do, I was doing. I saw this Jack Dempsey. Man, that's a good looking fish. Jack
Hmm.
Dempsey was about 7 inches, 6, 7. Hey, I'm gonna get him and put it in the tank with my Oscar.
Oh Lord.
29-gallon. And not what you think happened. They didn't fight. This Jack Dempsey had something going on his skin. I put him in the tank together. Next thing I know, I had this goo, this stringy, sticky, nasty goo.
That slime coat coming off.
But I mean, it covered everything. The fish and they were choking to death in the water. And oh man, I cannot tell you today. That was a whole bunch of years ago. I cannot tell you even today what it was, what happened. But he killed my Oscar. Now, yes, there was a lot of mistakes made in this story. A lot of them. But quarantine was the major part of the subject. If I had a ability to quarantine or knew about quarantining that fish, I would have done it. Yes, if you're moving fish in to an existing tank with fish that you already have and they're
Mhm.
good, yes, please quarantine. But if they're going into the tank that they're gonna live in and it's just them going in it, I wish people would pull their fingers out of their ears and listen to when you say, hey, they're in there by themselves. Quarantining is important, but they need to listen to everything. Ask the question, let you answer, and then they're,
Mhm.
oh, okay, no problem. Like the people, who still have a problem with me not testing water ever. If my shrimp are chilling, my snails are not climbing up the glass, my fish are moving about in their normal way, I smell my water.
Yes, sir.
That smells pretty
Yeah.
good. Hey, maybe put your finger in it and, hey, okay, that tastes
I've
pretty good.
tasted it through the
You know,
siphon.
ah, that doesn't count because you were barraged at that point with the water. You don't get an accurate taste. You know what I'm saying? Oh, God.
A
Ah.
mouthful of that's a good one.
Yeah, that
That's
that
a good one.
that don't count. You can kill yourself with that one. But
Take a shot of that water.
yeah, man. But no, people, and I'm not by any means. I'm not poo-pooing on testing because I think it's very important because I'm gonna say it. Everybody should, and I'm saying that only in the sense of maintaining these animals, learning exactly what it takes to keep them alive. Everybody needs to learn beforehand how to be able to maintain water quality.
Hmm.
I was I was put in a position. Well, put in a position is not even right. I was in a position to where I knew I didn't know any better. So I had to learn all of these things, kind of like what are you tasting in that water? Well, you have what? How can I put it? You have water that tastes like water. Then you can have, if you get a bitter in the back corners of your tongue, you get this little bitter taste from your water, or you can have like the nose burning. you'll usually get that before you actually taste it. The nose, the hairs in your nose burning. Again, that's ammonia. The bitter, in the back of your taste buds. All of those things are telltale signs that you need water change. Something's going on. But I was put in a position where I had to learn, like I was going to say, like a blind man who's hearing, sense of hearing, touch, taste, all these things, become super, super enhanced because of the lack of vision. I was kind of, when you kept fish as long as I have in the manner in which I did, you kind of get to where you just there's things to look for every day when you come
Mm-hmm.
in and you walking through and you're looking through your tanks. There's stuff you just look for, and it's just natural.
Well, you
But
see, and you
yes,
see you see how your fish normally act, and if they, when they're not acting right.
yeah, no, it becomes obvious. They sitting in one place when they used to, zipping all over the place, or they
Yeah,
could be zipping too much and acting
yeah,
erratic. But I
yep,
mean, now, water changes. Now, I've always been the guy. I've always been the guy. Y'all see that substrate right there? Looks like a slice of cake. But I've always
yeah,
been the
it does.
guy. I've always been the guy with nice amounts of substrate. Um, Even substrate like that with our plants, you still develop a process of the breaking down. Going down your substrate, sucking the ammonia and everything down into it. And the bacteria breaking it down. That happens. Period. But I always would have either hornwort floating, live plants. I wasn't putting plants in the substrate really until I started, talking to Jay Watts over there, and talking about aquascaping. But before that, I always had floating plants. So there was going to be plants. There was going to be a deep substrate, So that I've always done, which I top off more than I water change. I'm not telling you to do that either, but it allows you that range. I also
Mm-hmm.
love hair algae because I'm a natural tank guy. I like the look of it,
Yes,
but
sir.
hair algae is also a backdoor safety. If hair algae is showing up, whatever you're missing, that hair algae is getting. For your natural, I mean your extra proteins in there, because you haven't did a 50% water change or whatever,
Yep.
that hair algae is gonna show up just to balance you out. So it can be done. Again, I'm not telling you to do it. I would rather you not do it, because I mean, if you don't know, you don't know. And
I,
don't say,
I'm more on your page, man. That's
yeah,
kind of the direction I've gone with it.
don't say Hank told you to do it, because I'm telling you not to
Don't say
do
I told
it.
you to do it either.
Yeah, I'm telling you
I
not
didn't.
to
I,
do it. Don't
I didn't say none.
don't do me. Look, I don't went through having a bucket outside in my backyard underneath the faucet when I was a little kid, run water in it. I got a fish living in the bucket right there underneath the faucet. Then I come back because some water didn't evaporate, and I run some more water in there. Chlorine, what chlorine? Come back, my fish is dead. I don't know why. End up putting some more fish in it. I mean, I've gone through all of those things. I've experienced all. If you can name it, I've experienced it because I didn't know any better. I had nobody to tell me anything. My mother, bought me my first fish tank. I was probably 8, 9, something like that. And we would literally take the tank and clean, clean everything.
Yep. Scrub with hot water, scrub it
Hot,
down,
hot soapy water. We clean everything.
and then put the fish back in without temperature matching any of that.
Yes, yes. No cycle. You kill the cycle, cleaned out all your bacteria. You starting over every week. Because we didn't do once a month like some people. We every week. Rocks, Your gravel in the colander,
Yep. Yep.
spick and span
Yep.
every week, every week. And ironically, I still ended up with some with a few fish that would like kick it through
That.
the whole thing.
Yep.
Every week, getting back in some clean, fresh water and a clean, fresh tank. Now, the secret is though, we were doing it every week. Didn't need a cycle.
You know what? Exactly. There was no cycle.
Yeah, didn't need a cycle because we were doing it religiously every week.
Yeah.
So the water never
It
got to
wasn't
where it
very.
was, it was dangerous. Now though, as an adult, if you was to try to do stuff like that now, you're not going to be as religious for the most part, on the water changing, because that's what you were doing. Water changing. But
Right.
next thing you know, you done went a few extra days because you're adulting and everything is floating, and you're like,
Now
oh
that,
man,
and
what happened? Yeah.
we have multi tank syndrome too. So it ain't just one tank we'd be cleaning. We'd be cleaning multiples. And you imagine emptying the water completely on 50 tanks and scrubbing them down, and it ain't happening.
Hey, that's why multi-tank syndrome, it only affects those people that know how to keep a tank.
Yes.
Because the ones that do all of the cleaning, it's like, man, it's a whole lot of work for one tank.
Yeah.
I don't need
True.
another one. This is a
Well,
whole lot
that
of
and
work.
hey, that or they kill their fish and they give up.
Well, yeah, that happened a lot too.
Yep.
Misfit reptiles and aquatics. What's going on?
Brandon,
Oh my
man,
goodness.
what's up?
Crayfish tank. I had a kid, unfortunately, she didn't know, of course, but Crayby, that was the name of the crayfish. Didn't make it. Yes, that happens. That happens. That happens.
Please, oh my lord.
And see, I like for these conversations. I mean, people, again, you see, I do these live streams for the camaraderie. We just all happen to have fish. We could have had isopods. We could have had ball pythons. We could have been any type of hobbyist. It wouldn't have mattered. The conversation is just me and people. So I would rather be um, forthright and transparent, as they say. Very few people are transparent. I don't know why they use the term, but I'll use it right now because that's what people say. I'd rather be as close to that as possible so we can have real conversations. Nobody has to be faking and shaking. Oh my God, I can't believe you guys are really doing that. I can't believe you. Hey, those self-righteous people in this hobby that are talking like that, you might as well not even come to my live stream and be in my chat because your fakeness will stand out. It is what it is. You know,
Mm-hmm.
we want people. We want you to be responsible. Yes, I'm a grown man at this point, and I know how important it is for me to be responsible for these little critters that I chose to enclose in my house. They didn't choose to do it. I understand how important that is. Now, yes, yes, very much so. But the things we used to do, hey, the Bible says as a child, I did childish things, but as a man, as an adult, I put away those childish things. It is what it is, people. It is what it is. Let me see. That impression, I need to block someone on my channel that is always saying stuff like that on my live stream. Hey, block, block, block. I believe in it. My iPhone block list is super long.
Hmm.
On my YouTube, block, block, block. I'm not here to please any individual who cannot be pleased. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time with it. I had an individual. I had made a video about a tank that I had some wild guppies in it Charlene, welcome in. Welcome. Thank you very much for coming through. Pokemon, what's going on? I had, I posted my tank. I had some floating. I had some Bacopa floating, and I mean, I had some everything floating on the top of my water. I had my little rock back there sticking out. I liked it. My fish liked it. This person was like, "Oh my God, the tank looks in such disarray." And I'm like,
Wow.
"Okay, sorry that I didn't make you happy with the tank looking like I wanted to look. Forgive me for not pleasing you." Black. I mean,
I
is
think
what it is.
I think people need to come to the realization that it's, or at least for me, I came to the realization that I was not creating their environment necessarily for my enjoyment, aesthetically. I want to create an environment that they're going to thrive in and be healthy and happy. So, I mean, aquascaping's cool. People make things look cool, but I prefer to have it long term,
Yep.
not short term. Now that's me.
Lady Diane, what's going on? There she is.
Lady Diane.
Mary
Mary
Page
Page.
Flint,
I was
sister from
talking
another
about you earlier,
mister.
Mary.
Yeah, Rob, block. Hey, I will block. I'm sorry. I will. I will apologize to you first that I didn't please you, but then you got to go because I'm not gonna have that conversation again with you for the second time. It's uh I like to think I'm somewhat of a pleasant individual. I mean, you know, uh,
Mm-hmm.
so I can't let you mess up my peace and cause me to be unpleasant because I work in corrections, people. So there's a side of me that can become very scary. But that side never needs to come out. So I'll do you the favor and just move you away from my page. I mean, it's easy. Don't rant, y'all. Don't get on your live streams and rant. Don't be responding, rude and all that in your comments. It doesn't matter. Block them, send them on their way.
Mm-hmm.
Don't frustrate yourself. Now, though, the real on the other side, you know if they're right or not. So don't get mad at them if they're right.
I just left actually everyone should check out his question on his page that he just left tonight. Because I left the comment and it's exactly what we were just saying. Take suggestions and listen, and you might learn something.
Yeah, I asked, what are you doing to move the hobby forward? Yeah, I mean, sometimes we don't know. Sometimes we are being self-righteous. Sometimes, I mean, there's a whole lot of things. I mean, we're human. We're human beings. Sometimes we're narcissistic. Sometimes that's us. That's us. Everybody at some point in time is going to hit, whether it be a little bit or whether it be a lot, it's going to hit everybody to some extent at some point in time. If you're already prepared and you're someone who's like, okay, ooh, that hurt, but I can accept that. I can
Yeah.
accept it. I can accept it. You're right. I hate to tell you you're right, but you're right. Let me fix that. There's nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. Trust me, I'm the guy who, if my mama said, "Don't touch that," it's gonna burn you. Okay. Mm, my mama. Okay. All right. And my little friend is over here trying to touch it. I'm like, man, my mama said, "Don't touch that." Man, I need to be able to experience it myself. And I'm gonna sit back like this. I'm I'm gonna sit here and experience it with you, but I'm watching you experience it. If my mama's wrong, I'm gonna let you prove it. Let me see. Because I'm a believer. I'm not gonna touch it. You know what I'm saying? No, people. Except what do they call it? Don't be beyond reproach. All right, Rojo. Thank you for coming through. Thank you for coming through.
Take it easy, man. Appreciate you.
It's about time for us to go anyway, man. We done hit an hour and a half. You know, I normally try to do an hour unless it's rolling.
I didn't realize it was that an hour and a half already.
Hey, what that
Good time,
ADHD say?
man.
There you go. Y'all see that, right?
Ha,
That's when you know, man, you're making a difference.
that's right. Subliminal messages.
Oh, Mary. I love you to death, ma'am. I love you to death. God bless you. God bless
Absolutely.
you. God bless you.
Change my life into YouTube, man.
God bless you. Now, Patrick, I'm hungry, man. I gotta eat.
Yeah, I'm hungry too, man.
Oh, yeah. I gotta eat. Thank you there, Melvin. Thank you. Hey, glad that you all came through to check us out. There you go. Warrior Planet Takes. Y'all two gents gently are talking about being balanced adults. Amen. Amen. Charlene, thank you for coming through. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, people, you know what I'm saying? Tell somebody you love them because there's somebody that needs to hear it. Believe that. Take care of those fish. Remember, I got a new podcast. Check it out. Check it out. I'm gonna have some right now. I'm putting um some of my live streams. I'm just ripping the audio, moving them over there because I'm tweaking it. I'm learning how to do the podcast thing. But I will have some uh some fresh information going on over there. That's just for that. You know, once I get this down, hey, I added some background music to some of the stuff. Hey, y'all check it out. Let me know, you know, how the format sounds over there to you. And we finna get up out of here. Y'all be good. We out. Peace.
Peace.